day everyone, you are welcome to our 30 days hair restore challenge program. My name is Jessica and you are on 30 days hair restore challenge program where we are being basically plant-based ingredient. Okay, so the menu of today's lunch is mushroom, that is a Ewedu served with mushroom and Fonio Acha. Okay, that is Ewedu served with mushroom sauce and Fonio Acha. But before I introduce my recipes for this amazing soup from the western part of Nigeria, that is from the Yorubas, I'm going to first of all wash my hand with soap and water, and then I'll introduce my recipes and also the cookware that I'll be using for this beautiful, delicious delicacy. Okay, so for my recipes for Ewedu and mushroom served with Fonio Acha. Okay, so I'll be using Ewedu leaf, also called jute leaf in English. Okay, it's a very slimy leaf and also contains a lot of health benefits. And I'll be using cremini mushroom, the big size, red bell peppers, fresh tomatoes, which I'll be using for my mushroom sauce, onions and ginger, red scotch bonnets, locust beans, also locally called Iru, and this is my Fonio. This is Fonio Acha. That is what we'll be eating the Ewedu soup with. And for my spice, I'm going to be using Cajun spice, which contains different kinds of dry herb. It does not contain any MSG at all. And to taste, I'm going to be using sea salt. Okay, so quickly, the first thing I have to do is to blend my peppers. Okay, I'm going to blend my peppers, my onions, ginger, and garlic, and also my fresh tomatoes in the blender. So this is my red bell pepper. All the items I have on this slab are already prepped. So my red bell peppers, I like to season them. So I'm going to just be cutting this in smaller sizes so that I can add this inside the blender. It also helps in using everything. And next I'm also going to be adding is my fresh tomatoes, which I will be using for my mushroom sauce. So we are eating mushroom sauce and Ewedu, that is jute leaf, because remember we are not using any animal fat, so we are substituting mushroom for our meat, chicken or fish. Okay, so I'm going to be adding onions too. I'm also going to cut all these vegetables with a knife that I'm using salad master knife, and also my ginger. If you look at closely at my ginger, you notice that the skin is still on, because this salad master, we did not peel any of our super cross just as ginger, turmeric, yam, sweet potatoes, and the coconuts and the rice. Okay, because that teacher said that some percentage of the nutrients is laid in the skin, so that's why a salad master, we did not peel any of the super cross, because peeling is also one of the enemies to nutrition. So I'm going to be adding my red scotch bonnet, also known as atarodo in Nigeria. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding all these cut up ingredients inside the blender, and I'm going to be blending them very smooth. I'll also be using some water to blend my peppers. Then I'll be using some clean water. I'm going to blend all together in a smooth paste. ginger, and fresh tomatoes inside the blender. So what I'm going to do is that I'll be cooking all these peppers and fresh tomatoes using one of our Salad Master healthy cooking system. Okay, so I'm going to be cooking those peppers and fresh tomatoes using one of our Salad Master healthy cooking system. That is our 9-inch skillet, okay, which you can use for your baking, grilling, frying, and also cooking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be pouring in these tomatoes. I'm going to be pouring in these tomatoes inside the 9-inch skillets. These are my blended bell pepper, fresh scotch bonnets, onion, ginger, and fresh tomatoes. Okay, so that I'm going to turn up the heat, cooking this on a medium heat. Remember, in Salad Master, we do not cook above the boiling point. Boiling point is at 20 degrees Celsius, but we cook below the boiling point, which is at 86 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be adding now inside my tomato sauce or my mushroom sauce is I'm going to be cutting up this remaining mushroom. Okay, this mushroom you can get them in shopping malls, very hard to find in the local market. So I'm going to be cutting this up in biteable sizes. So we are substituting this mushroom for our meat. Remember that this is plant-based cooking, strictly plant-based cooking, and this is going to be, we'll be doing this for the past 26 days. Now we are on day 27. So you can decide to add up big like this, but for me, I love to cut them in smaller sizes so that in every swallow you can have a bunch. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to be adding this cut of mushroom inside my pepper sauce, which we are making mushroom sauce. Remember, this is mushroom sauce we'll be eating with the Ewedu leaf. Okay, so I'm going to be adding this now inside the sauce, and I'm going to be allowing this to simmer for just 5 minutes. The next I'm going to be adding inside my mushroom sauce is that I'm going to be adding up my cajun spice and also my sea salt to taste. So I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cajun spice, which contain different kinds of dry herbs, and also half teaspoon of sea salt, or 1/3 of sea salt, because my cajun spice also contains sea salt. Then I'm going to give this a quick stir, and then I'll cover this and allow this to simmer for just 5 minutes. Beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be blending my jute leaf, that is locally called Ewedu leaf, which is eaten by the mostly part of western part of Nigeria, and it's a very healthy leaf, very healthy, contains a lot of health benefits. Okay, so this is my jute leaf, which we are going to be using for our Ewedu soup. Okay, so this jute leaf is mostly eaten by the western part of Nigeria, and they use a broom. There is this particular broom they use for blending, or rather for pieces the Ewedu leaf. But today I'm not going to be using a leaf. I'm going to be using my blender to blend this jute leaf, which I feel that is more healthier way to do the Ewedu leaf. Okay, now I'm going to be putting this in a blender. My Ewedu leaf is already washed, so I'm going to be adding this in a blender, and I'm going to be adding some water to blend this. Okay, so I'm going to be blending. I'm going to roughly blend this, not totally smooth, roughly blending. Okay, so you can see my Ewedu, that is my jute leaf, my Ewedu leaf roughly blended. So normally when they want to cook this, they put some water, boil a very hot water, and then pour the ewedu leaf inside, put some edible starch, edible potash, and when the ewedu leaf is cooked like for 3 or 4 minutes, then put it in the juice the broom to match it together. Okay, so I'm going to be using one of our Salad Master healthy cooking system. This is our 1 quart, okay, which I'm going to be using to make this ewedu leaf. So I'm going to quickly just pour in my ewedu leaf, and I'm going to be spicing up this ewedu leaf with, I'm going to be spicing it with locust beans. This is locust beans, locally called Ewedu. So I'm going to be adding this inside the ewedu leaf, and also be adding little sea salt to it, because they also use salt to preserve the locust beans. So I'm just going to be adding a little, almost like a pinch of sea salt. Okay, so this is my sea salt. I'll be adding inside the ewedu leaf, almost like 1/5 of my teaspoon. And then I will stir with a spoon, and then allow it to just simmer for just 2 minutes. And we'll be cooking this jute leaf, that is ewedu leaf, on a very medium heat, so that we do not lose nutrients, because in Salad Master we are cooking at least to retain an average of 93% of the nutrients in our food, thereby making our cooked food medicine. Okay, so this is a fonio, that is our Acha fonio. So this is almost always mostly eaten among the northern part of Nigeria, and also looks like a couscous. Alright, so I'm going to be using one of our Salad Master healthy cooking system, also called the 9 pots, to make this fonio. First thing I'm going to be doing is be adding in some glass of water. But I'm not going to, it's not the same process as if you are making your oatmeal swallow or your wheat. So I'm going to dissolve this fonio as if I'm making a pap or a custard before I add it into my boiling water. So we are going to allow this water to boil, and then we'll make our fonio. Okay, so now our wedding is ready. Remember I said we're just going to be cooking this just for 2 minutes because it's a vegetable. Wow, look at that beauty of this ewedu, and the slime is so amazing. So now I'm going to take this out from the heat. Okay, so our water is boiled for our fonio. So this is my fonio. I'm going to dissolve some inside a bowl. Using some cold water. I use a cold water to dissolve it, not hot water. You use a cold water to dissolve your fonio. So you dissolve it, making sure that it does not form any lumps. Okay, now so I'm going to add this fonio now inside the hot water, boiling water. Just gently, and keep on stirring until it begins to thicken. Just almost like the same process you make when you are doing your semolina. Okay, then I'm going to add in the fonio. So you don't have to make it to be too strong, because once it finally cools, it will be hard as a dry bones, and you find it very difficult to swallow. Okay, so I'm going to add in more water and cover and allow this to cook for another 2 minutes so that the fonio can cook properly. This is our Fonio Acha. Okay, so it's time for me to dish my Ewedu soup. That is a Ewedu mushroom sauce. Ewedu soup with mushroom sauce and also the Fonio. So the first thing I'm going to dish first is my mushroom sauce. And then I'm going to dish my Ewedu soup. Beautiful. Okay, now our Fonio. Okay, so I'm going to stir my Fonio. My Fonio is ready now. I said I have to allow this to cook for 2 more minutes so that it can cook properly. Then you stir it very well so that it can all run together, well combined and fluffy and soft. Okay, so this is ready. I'm going to quickly turn off the heat and I will dish this. So I'm serving this with the mushroom sauce and Ewedu soup. Wow. So this is a 27 lunch. That is Ewedu served with mushroom sauce and Acha Fonio. Thank you also for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.